Hey friends, welcome back to Healthy in Heart. I'm Angel, and today is my week 21 Mounjaro Tirzepatide update. I'm on my second dose of 8.5. I took that this morning, and I've got a lot to unpack. Mild weight loss, surprise fatigue, major appetite changes, and a casserole that's stilling the show in my kitchen. But first, let me just let you know there may be some background noises because JES is here working on our foundation, so I can't help that. So if you hear it, hopefully it's not going to be too loud. So whether you're new to this journey or a few weeks ahead of me, I'm here to share the highs and lows and everything in between. So grab your water, settle in, and let's talk Mounjaro. So let's start with the stats. My weight this week is I'm down 0.2 pounds this week. Not much, but it's not a gain. My fasting blood sugar though is up from 152 to 152 from 143 last week. A1C estimates from my sugar and the continuous glucose monitor both bumped up slightly this week. The increase in blood sugars could be related to my inability to get as much activity as I've been used to in the past week. So we'll see what next week's numbers are, and that will tell the tale. I do have an appointment with my primary care physician in a couple of weeks, and I'm going to ask him if maybe I can go back on metformin to help, because metformin works to help lower your blood sugar and your A1C, but it works in a different mechanism than what Mounjaro does. So energy and mood. So here's where it gets real. My energy tanked this week. I have felt it even before my shot, so I don't think it's the dose. Mentally, I've been dragging, fatigued and sleepy by dinner time. My husband even noticed it, and emotionally, surprisingly, I'm upbeat and stable. That's not surprising at all, actually. That's just my norm. I've changed my injection day permanently on Wednesday to Wednesday. It's just more practical for my schedule. It just works better. This week's side effects hit harder than usual. So there was a bump in dose last week. So I had some belching. Some of it was sulfuric, but most of it wasn't. So that was in the first 3 days, and then it just went away. Nausea, though, has been pretty much all week, especially in the mornings. But here's the kicker. Appetite suppression kicked in big time on this dose. I barely wanted breakfast or lunch, but come dinner time, I could eat a table. I think I may not be getting enough protein earlier in the day, so I'm going to experiment with that this week and see what happens. I got a new RunSTAR body composition scale, and I am absolutely loving it. It is more accurate in how my weight is spread out through my body, and how many calories my body burns at rest, which is basically your BMR. It is saying the same thing that the calories that I need is the same thing that I was thinking I was needing to lose weight. So I have that confirmation. And according to it, my fat mass is only 74.5 pounds. And I say only, I know that's still a lot of fat, but I say only because I thought I would need to lose 100 pounds. So that's a lot more than 74.5. My visceral fat is 14.0, which is 4 points too high. The norm is at 10 and below. My muscle mass is 153.2 pounds. That's a lot of muscle. I've always had good muscle tone, but seeing my fat mass next to my muscle mass, I really feel like I can really actually see that I'm making progress. I wish I had this information when I started my weight loss journey. At my highest known weight of 306. At any rate, with a muscle mass of 153 pounds, that is way above. I mean, I have more muscle than I have than what my goal weight was. My goal weight that I had set for myself was 135, which was within the range for my height. So there's that. But I've always had a lot of muscle definition, so that doesn't really surprise me. I'm pleasantly happy about that. So I am going to need to adjust my goal weight in the future as I'm losing weight, because I have no idea what my goal weight should be. So I'm just going to have to go by what I feel and how I look. Because, you know, if I dropped weight down to 135, I would probably look anorexic with these numbers. And I know these numbers that you get from the body composition scales are not 100% accurate. But this one did use 8, what are they called? 8 electrodes. So there was 2 for your hands, 4 for your hands, and 4 for your feet. So that gives you a better composition than just the ones that the 2 or 4 for your feet on the other scales. So, but I know it's not 100% accurate, but it gives me a good idea of what's going on in my body, and I'm excited about that. And the best part is I can print out a body composition analysis report every month, or every day if you wanted to, but every month is what I'm planning to do to track the changes. And I'm so excited about that because it's just more data. It's just more data to track. So, okay, let's just, I will have a link to the scales that I got in the description below. If you want to get you a pair, it is phenomenal information to have. But let's talk food. So breakfast this week was fruit, bananas and apples, and I'm very sad I was not able to eat the mangoes that I got because they were unripe. Lunch was my chocolate cherry smoothie, which I'm going to have a recipe coming out for soon. But it's perfect for when you're not feeling very hungry, because you can drink it and you can still get your calories and your protein in, but you're not actually eating, and you can like sip on it for a while. So that's what I do. Dinner this week has been not your grandma's casserole. And oh my goodness, I cannot wait to share this recipe with you guys. It's still in testing, but my family is loving it. My husband was actually excited to eat it all next week for dinner again. And so this is actually, that next week will actually be like 2.5 weeks that we've been having it every day for dinner. And so he was excited about getting it again for dinner next week. It's that good. Cravings have been managed. I've not been having any cravings. Problems with food. No problems with food this week. The foot pain returned a few days, and I finally figured out the cause. It was getting injured at night. But I've been exercising care to make sure that I don't injure it again. So that will hopefully be resolved now. No issues from Tirzepatide affecting my motivation or my ability to move, and that's a win. So how does this week compare? Not my best numbers, particularly for blood sugar, but my mindset is strong. I've got some few tweaks to test out this week. I feel like I'm learning more about how my body reacts every week, and that's the important thing, taking the data and using it. Actually, that's wisdom in action. So let me know if you notice any changes in your hunger levels or blood sugar on this dose. I'd love to hear from you. Even when the scale moves slowly and energy dips, it's about staying in the game. You don't have to feel 100% to make 1% improvements. So this week's self-care tip, don't ignore fatigue. Resting is part of healing too. Honor what your body is telling you. So that's my week 21 update on Tirzepatide. I had some weird symptoms, some surprising wins, and a casserole that is so worth repeating. If you're on this journey too, drop a comment below and let me know how it's going for you. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Healthy in Heart, and share this with someone who's walking the same path. And I'll see you next week. And until next week, stay healthy in heart.